Oh, hello, YouTube. I didn't see you there. What's up? What's up, guys? It's your favorite design influencer back at it. um, it's been a long time since I've made a design YouTube video, and a big reason for that is because I've been moving. I moved across the state. I'm currently living in Los Angeles, California. I've moved between jobs and have gotten some really cool offers and really cool gigs. And honestly, long story short, Thinkful worked. The Thinkful program worked and changed my life.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And this is the problem that I see with a lot of design videos on YouTube is like there's plenty of YouTube videos about the initial bootcamp experience and like hey, this is how I did in my boot camp, and I'm about to get in the industry. And there's really not enough showcasing like the after effects of the design boot camp. And I've honestly been kind of lagging on doing this video, and I've been holding off for a long time. But in that lull, I've been helping students. I've helped over like 4 dozen students. I mean, if not more. I still from my old video, I get about 3 to 4 people a week that will like message me, whether it be on LinkedIn or Instagram or like email. They'll contact me and be like, "Hey, I'm just like you. I want to learn more about the industry and I want to learn more about this boot camp. Is it real? Is it?" Someone once called me. Someone messaged me on Instagram and was like, "Is this a fraud? Is this a scam?" Like,
Bruh.
it's not. There's no scams here. The only thing that's getting scammed is you scamming yourself by not doing this boot camp. So I want to start by saying I'm not affiliated with Thinkful. I tried to reach out to them for a brand deal, and they were like,
Bruh.
"No, we don't do that." So Thinkful, if you see this video, I'm still here, and I'm still helping all of your graduates. So at your boy, like I'm down to do this. Long story short, I really wanted to do this because as a person of color and someone who grew up like me, I grew up really poor. So I didn't even have my own bed until I was 22. Things were really rough, and there's not a lot of people in the industry that look like me. And so initially when I started, that made this journey really difficult because I had nobody to look up to. I didn't have any role models or people I could ask questions to. And so I really decided that as I was progressing my career, I would do the same for the people just like me. One thing that became really important to me once I graduated and got a good job and I started progressing in my career was like, I want to become I want to be the role model that wasn't available when I first started this. And so that's a huge part of why I do this and why I create these videos or like talk to people. And I want to set an example that like, hey, it doesn't matter how you grew up. It doesn't matter, whatever your circumstances are, like this is possible, and it is possible for you to like have this impactful change in your personal life, your career, etc. Thank you for everyone who's reached out, and I'm really honored to be able to set an example. But enough of that. Let me dive into my year since graduating from Thinkful. So I will start by saying it's hard. It's really, really difficult to find a job, and it's really difficult to get your foot in the door. It took me about 3 months, as you saw from maybe the other video. But since then, it's only gotten easier. I've progressed in my career as a designer so much more from when I made those past 2 videos, or even from when I first started. Of course, a little update for me is I'm full-time at a software tech company based in the Midwest, focusing on construction technology. And then I also recently got hired to do a part-time contract for a company that starts with a G, ends in an E, rhymes with Rugal. Since I don't want to explicitly say what it is, but hopefully you guys understand what it is. It's been really cool to see how my career has changed and developed and just grown over time, and really showcase like, hey, a boot camp student can make it. And I think there are quite a few boot camp students in this space, but I think it's just not accessible for people to understand like, hey, it actually works, like you can make it. And I'm really here to say that it's possible and it's not a scam. I guess I'll keep this video kind of short and sweet, but really what I want to do is extend my help to anybody who's entering the design space, or maybe you just graduated, maybe you haven't even started yet and you just have questions. Like, please feel free to reach out to me. I mean, if you see this video, you can get a hold of me, just like comment or find my website and message me, whatever. I'm always down to help. So, don't be afraid to reach out anytime. One thing that I've done really successfully is like basically like educate students as they're exiting the boot camp on like, hey, this is what you need to unlearn. Because so a lot of things that Thinkful teaches you, like from the career coaches right out of the boot camp, is maybe not, it's very like general advice and it's not very specific to design. So that's kind of what I've been doing with a lot of like recent graduates, is like I'll help them, I guess, quote unquote, unlearn certain things. And hold on. So after graduating Thinkful, one thing that I really help students with is helping them unlearn a lot of the things that Thinkful will teach you. Boot camps are structured in a way that their goal is to push out as many cookie cutter designers as they can, because that's kind of how they play it safe. It's like, if let's say we have 60 students and realistically maybe only like 10 of them are going to get like legit jobs in the industry, they make it in a way so that it's like it's not really their fault. They basically like segue that blame onto you, by saying like, oh, you're not applying enough, you're not working hard enough, when in reality it's like people have to pay their bills, people have to go to work, and if you're not able to find a job in a relatively like soon time period, you're kind of left out there to dry. And so that's one thing that I really push on students is like, if you want like real design advice, I can't say this enough, sign up for ADP list or reach out directly to me, and I will give you like all of the real world tips that you need to like go from a bootcamp graduate to a junior designer, because there's a big gap in between those two things. And the big one, I'll keep it kind of short. I don't want this video to be too long, but the big one is like basically breaking that cookie cutter mold and establishing yourself as a unique individual, because you have to remember that like a lot of the people you'll be competing with for these jobs are 4-year university graduates or people with more experience. And the only way you'll be able to separate yourself from those individuals is by showcasing your personal journey and who you are. And it kind of goes to that old trope. It's like there's only one you. There's only one version of you, and nobody can replicate that. People can't replicate your life experience and your cultural experience. That sort of stuff is you and only you. And so I always tell students to make sure that on your portfolio, that's a part of you that you showcase and allow it to shine, because that's ultimately what's going to get you hired, is like the unique personal experience that you bring to the table is unique to you, and nobody else can replicate that. So lean into that. That being said, feel free to reach out to me if you guys have any questions. Always happy to give a real world example of like UX in practical terms. So if anything, thank you for watching. It means so much. I don't care if you like or subscribe. It doesn't mean anything to me. Just share this video with anybody who is interested in learning more about design, and either they want to learn more, or they're already in the industry, or they're just graduating and they really just want to get their foot in the door. I'm here to help. So anytime, like, I'm never too busy. I can always make time for people coming up in the design space, and feel free to reach out. So thanks again for watching, and take care. Bye.